Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just look over this shit one more time.
Testing, 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 testing. Okay. Testing.
Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got an awesome show planned tonight. Tonight we'll be asking the question, why are you afraid to get a loan? Again, why are you afraid to get a loan? It's gonna be an awesome show. We're gonna discuss, reason people are hesitant to get loans, their apprehensions, discuss, the pros and cons of getting a loan. Also give, my stick on it and everything. But I also want you guys to make sure you were tuning in and giving your reasons why not. Have a real good interactive show. Before we get started, I want to introduce my awesome producers, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Now, what's happening with you, brother? Also, Slick 316. She
That's
behind
right.
the scenes.
That's right.
Working on everything. And tonight, again, this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar. On Mr. Short Dollar, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. I'm about to forget all this damn stuff we talk about so much.
Right.
Right now we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. The main platform that we have all our videos is the YouTube channel. Over 300 videos on the YouTube channel. We have a grants playlist on the YouTube channel. Over 150 grant opportunities that are available for you guys. Talk about business finance, business management, business operation. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Regardless of what platform you're looking at, the main hub is the YouTube channel where all the videos are listed on there. But I'm super excited to talk about tonight's subject because I get so many people asking about the grant opportunities and everything, and I was like, hey, you can go borrow the money, but they get met with not the most warmest receptions. But we're gonna talk about that in a few. Before we get started, I want to rehash, like I do at the beginning of each show, rehash the previous week. Guys, again, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. I know everybody got their booster shots, but still be careful. Wash hands, keep social distancing, and just take care of yourself and your family out there. This weekend is Halloween. I know a couple of people doing a little trick or treating. I know William, they did a little trunk or treat the day at his school.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. His ass. They can't. Hey, that little greedy ass. They can't even make it to the house.
Really?
They didn't make it to the house. Yeah, it was delicious.
Oh, he already made it.
Greedy ass. Guys, last week we introduced the Business Finance 101 and also small business funding videos on Mr. Short Dollar. So please go check those videos out on the YouTube channel. There were 2 very informative videos to give you a one-on-one breakdown about business funding and business loans, showing the difference between equity financing and, I'm about to forget it myself, equity financing and lending financing products. We're doing that. You understanding the whole process, capital financing, and also, I'm going blank with it, Leo. Equity and capital are the same thing.
Right.
Oh, God, I'm about to go blank with it. It'll come to me in a second. But the biggest difference, I'll let you know how much you got in my mind, but the whole difference between the different lending products in regards to just financing particular business loans and also the ones where you're looking at in terms of just offering our capital, that being stocks and products like that. But it's very informative of that, and also introduce you to the different loan products between term loans, invoice factoring, lines of credit, those things. All those products are discussed, so make sure you go check those videos out. Also, the course will be out no later than November 15th. I'm trying to have it out by the end of next week, and that'll be how to start your own tax business course. You guys know I'm an accountant by profession. I've been in business for the past 20 years. I'm having a course set up, how to start your own tax business, where I'm giving you my blueprint for success. That's worked for me for the past 20 years to stay in business. But that'll be out no later than November 15th. Hopefully it'll be out by next Friday. But we're working on it, because I want to make sure I over-deliver whatever I give you guys, okay? Lastly, guys, listen, Project 20,000 in full effect. Right now we have 18.5 subscribers. We want to try to get 19,000 before the end of the month. So like I said,
it's possible.
If we can get those 400 subscribers
Right.
in, tell your family, your friends, your significant others, and tell your significant others to tell their significant others, about it and stuff. We've been working real hard on the channel. Again, I appreciate all you guys' love and support with all the things we've been doing. So again, we're at 18.5. We're gonna try to get that 19,000 by the end of the month. Because when we hit that 20,000, we are going to party.
That's right. That's right.
Boy, we gonna party.
We were moving kind of fast around here. I meant to get a shot of that monkey shoulder from you, but I didn't do it. I forgot.
This ain't like that Martell.
I know. I remember you telling
you
me.
put that hat to the back and start scratching. Middle of the show. This ain't.
That ain't no.
Nah. This scotch, brother.
Oh, okay.
Nah, this ain't. This ain't what you had last week.
I know it. I just
had last one, that Blue Swift, real smooth,
right,
hey, man.
That one right there.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is what the white man gave the Indians when he came. The fire water. What the Indians say, the white man give his fire water. This is the fire water.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them Indians giving away everything. Their corn, their clothes, their women, everything. Got that white man's fire water.
Okay.
That's got straight out of
England. I'm
England.
gonna mess with that.
Oh man, you a fool, lad. But nah, man. This goes out to DJ Lab 316, the whole Misfits Media family, and all you guys, man. I want to tell you off the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, because again, we started this thing up a couple years ago just with an idea, and from what we started and what we went, especially with the year I had last year. Man, we've been putting in work.
That's right.
We were putting in work, so I really want to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all y'all. And like I said, let's try to hit that 19,000 before the end of the month, with a couple days. Oh man, I'm super excited about it. Now, getting in the night show, why are you afraid to get alone? Let's see. What had me even thinking about this is because, we've had so many videos in regards to people. Oh, one thing about it. Do you know who Agent Gargle is? Agent Gargle. See, these folk playing already.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna play with your mama. They ain't the one to do that. This ain't
right.
Yeah, play with your mama. But let me say this before we get started. A couple housekeeping rules. Whatever platform you're looking at, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Tonight we're talking about, are you afraid to get along? If it's not in the context of the show, please hold all your questions out to the end of the show. At the end of the show, I promise you, we'll stay on and I'll answer any questions. But if it's regarding the subject matter we're talking about tonight, please feel free to tune in, okay?
Right.
And everything.
We got to pause for the calls. Your mama said hello, and she love you.
Hey, what's going on, Mama? Thanks for tuning in. My mom ain't asked me who is Agent Gargle. Come on, man.
They need to kick rocks with that.
No, I ain't the one.
And cut the corner.
I ain't the one. I ain't the one to do that.
Right.
But listen, serious business, because let's not be sitting here playing games. At the end of the day, I was talking about, we get so many calls because people have, really caught wind with the videos regarding the grants and everything. And again, I have a very deep passion about helping people in business become successful and everything. I've been in the game for a minute. I'm a serial entrepreneur, different businesses, the studio, the barber salon, the salon, the cleaning. I done did it all. I done made money, lost money. So I have a real deep passion about helping people being successful. Got no problem being transparent. Y'all done heard a lot of my horror stories along with the success stories on this channel. But a lot of times people reach out to me and they're saying like, hey man, give me some information about the grants. And they asking, like I tell people about the grant opportunities, understand, you can get these grants, but it's free money. You don't have to pay it back. With that said, the other side of it, it's a lot of you out there looking to do it. Mm-hmm. So your chances of getting a grant are shrunk out a lot because there's so many people trying to get that free money. Okay. The grants are there. The grants are actually, they'll have a certain pool of money. They may say it's $1 million in grants they're going to be giving out. Mm-hmm. And they may give out $10,000, $100,000 grants. Okay. So it's just going to be 10 grants going to be given out. So you start looking at all the millions of people that are going to apply for it. Now, again, a lot of grants are smaller than that, and the chances of getting a lot, aren't that small, but they are small of getting it. But you got a better chance of what? Getting a loan. Right. And so when I bring that up to people, hey, listen, why don't you get a loan? I want to know. I don't want to pay nobody. I don't want to owe nobody and everything. And you getting like, well, what's wrong with that? Right. And I understand everybody with different levels of business. I know everybody have went through different things in life that cause them to be, adverse or apprehensive to get a loan. But what I want to have this show about, have that discussion, why are you afraid? So I kind of go over the kind of reason why people may be apprehensive to do that, but also kind of give you like, look, this ain't why you got to be scared. Right. And a lot of comments I was just, looking over because why would I apply? And I know I'm going to get turned down. Why would I do that? And, white folks ain't getting these black loans to do it. And speaking as a person that has consistently got loans for my businesses, and I haven't showed my face around or anything like that. Does that happen? Yes. Does it happen that much? No, I don't think so. I think what it is a lot of times, you just have your stuff together. But the advice I always give people is this, what the perspective I want people to do is, you don't know me at all. And if I sit down, let's turn the table around, and you got the bag. Okay. What would you need to know from me for you to give me money as a complete stranger? Right. And most of the time, my idea that I want to start a business is not going to be enough.
Yeah. That's one of the complaints that a lot of people have about the big banks. There was one point where they were talking about we need more community banks and more black banks in the black neighborhood so they can know who we are as a customer and things of that nature. And that was one of the reasons, because you can't get a loan because they don't know you. I don't know how true or how much quicker we would get a loan if we had a whole bunch of black banks in the community, but because the premise is still going to be the same, I'm still going to need to know you if I'm going to give you. Like, if I give you, if you came up to me as a stranger and I had $50 and you said, man, give me $20, I'll get back to you next week. I'm going to need to know where you live at. I'm going to need to know where you work at, because I'm giving you my money. It may be small, but I'm giving it to you and I don't know you.
Man, let me tell you something. That's bullshit. If we had more black banks, right now we have more black banks closing. The issue be with the black banks is we don't support the black banks. We're not depositing our money in those accounts. At the end of the day, a bank can't stay open, loaning out money to people that ain't going to pay them the money damn back. Right. They still have to use the same lending practice and the same underwriting procedures at the major banks. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing of it is, like, we look at my videos about how to get loans and stuff, it still goes about having relationships and everything's in place. If you got a low credit score, nobody still can't give you a damn loan. Right. So if you got to put your plans out for a couple months or a year, hell, do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it didn't take you overnight to get in a certain spot. It ain't going to take you overnight to get back into it. Right. And I just think people just don't want to be patient to get everything fixed, because it's one thing to start the business. It's a whole nother thing to sustain and keep that business running. Right. And we seen it with everybody getting all their PPP and getting all disaster money, starting all these unique businesses, And right now we got crickets going on.
Right.
And I just really want people to understand, if it's that easy to do things to be successful, everybody do it. And unfortunately, a lot of folks, because we have accessibility to do certain things, because you see it all the time. Get your LLC, get your tax ID, get your DUNS number, and they can do that. But now we got you got the structure of a framework together, but you don't have the processes. Hell, you ain't even got the hustle bustle in you to do it. Because now you selling all this lip gloss. Now you selling all with the Monona juice. You got your bags, your shirts, and everything, right. But you ain't that dog. You're not that dog to go out there and sell it and get told no, bounce back, and do this and do that. Go back to the lab, make some adjustments, find your niche. I hear people all the time, I'm going to start a business up, but I don't like talking to folks. I'm like, but you trying to sell pies. Right. You trying to, no, that ain't going to work.
Right.
That ain't going to work. You got to change some things or get somebody to do stuff, but because you don't know systems, how to set things up from a business operation standpoint, y'all are going to be kind of lagging with that. Again, tonight we're talking about why you're afraid to get along. And like I said, the inspiration behind starting doing the show, because I have so many conversations with people that are asking about these grants. And I'm just like, hey, listen, it's a lot easier if you try to apply for a loan. And it's like, I just think it's just that whole, whatever reason, we're going to discuss them tonight, why people don't want to get loans. And, hopefully we can kind of overcome some of those fears and apprehensions where people just being reluctant to get those loans, to kind of put them on the road for success. Okay. Again, this is the Dollar Hour. I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Why are people afraid to get a loan? Okay, I got several reasons. Feel free to tune in, because I had one young lady put in, why would I apply and I'm going to get denied? Okay. Well, I started a damn business, because I know every damn body ain't going to buy that from me.
Right.
Huh?
Right. Right.
Again, if you don't need funding and you don't need capital, I get it. But I always still say make sure you got access to capital. You got a lines of credit, some kind of thing, because you never know when opportunity or disaster can come your way. And when things happen, we want to be as prepared as possible. Everybody shut down during the pandemic. Some folks made a little money. Right. And some of that was being prepared. Some of it was sheer luck. But we kind of find out why we're on certain sides of the fence, depending on the things we do when we don't have to do it, right? Because that's one of the rules, right? We get access to capital when we don't need it. We ain't trying to get money when I need to get a loan. I want to make sure I got access to the money prior to. Because like I said, when that contract is signed or I get that phone call, we need to move, pivot, expand and stuff, we're ready to do it. So when we look at it, what are reasons, that people may be reluctant? Because, we know debt can lead to anxiety and depression, what can increase headaches and affect your sleeping. You're sitting there, I got to pay this, folks, and I got to do that. I know how I was when I was going through my divorce. And I'm like, man, I got to give her this, and I got to take that. Right. Lord, I got to do this. And y'all know I'm already cheap as it is, and I had to, shit. What the hell?
Right.
Labs, you trying to take?
Nah, shit. We ain't gonna say cheap.
Shit, I'm cheap as hell. I'm frugal too, but hell, taking all my short dollar money.
Every time.
Just going, hey, couldn't sleep at that. And then, you go through a rainbow of emotions: frustration, regret, denial, embarrassment, stress, tension, resentment. All these emotions come from just having debt.
Right.
Having debt, overextended, you don't know how you're going to do certain things. Everybody is tripping and stuff. We look at it, one of the main causes of relationships, and I'm talking about, when I say relationships, I ain't just talking couples, family, business, professional, whatever, financial strains. Right. Damn, I always got to help his ass out. Here she go asking. Sometimes you got that person that call you, and you don't even want to answer the damn phone. I know this one. How many of y'all know a person who knows a person for the longest, and they always just been messed up? Like, damn, man.
Like, never got themselves together.
Never. The same damn song. Right. The same song. And I think I don't think folks be that damn mess. I think it's just damn ingrained in them to whine. But
Sometimes it's just easier just to call somebody and get it taken care of. You know what I mean? So it may be just that.
I almost said something.
It may be just that. I mean, just the honest truth. It may be just that.
Say the female can call 4 guys, ask for $25.
Get 100.
She texts 4 of them, got $100 that quick. Huh?
Exactly.
That was easy.
Easy money.
All of them do it. I give you that 25. She gonna have that one. Look, this 25 come at a cost now.
It's always all the 25s come at a cost.
All of them come at a cost. Someone be like, oh, okay, yeah, gonna take it, whatever. Money ain't a thing.
Yeah.
We're doing it, but now you got that one. Look, you gotta come by here and pick the 25 up. Come to the back door.
Right. That always happens.
Got that one.
Right.
You know, but all that kind of stuff come up, and you know, people like, man, especially if you don't went through something, and you know, especially if you going through it or you're in that recovery phase, stuff stick with you. And like I said, when you start thinking about all them emotions that can come up with being in those kind of funks, you might be reluctant again to actually want to bump into it and go into the next, you know, next phase of that with growing. And that's why I sometimes talk to people, I just went through a bankruptcy, I just went through a divorce, and we had a death, I got sick, and I had all these bills, and they're, you know, hell, somewhat like afraid of doing it. But we start looking at, when you start talking about business, or even just having things in life, you know, it's one thing to have the money, but, you know, again, you know, who wants to be leveraged out? I mean, not leveraged out, but just everything you got to wait till you saved it up to get it.
Right.
Shit, you'll save forever to get your house.
That's true.
Now you done hit 70. We finna get our first home.
It's 70.
And then we're gonna die in 2 years.
Right.
You know.
By the time it's paid out, you'll be a honey.
And you know, so we cause I'm gonna tell you something funny. I was looking at a video with Mark Cuban. He was talking about don't get a loan for you to start your business up. Mm-hmm. And he was just giving the idea of, and I was just like, it's easy for him to say that when he's sitting on a couple $1 billion. Right. And it's easy for him to say that too. I mean, you know, everybody like, you know, I didn't have any money, we're Scott broke, and we know we have different levels of broke.
Right.
And I know his broke probably, you know, dad didn't probably send no money to buying the weed that week. But I mean, they ain't sitting there, you know, damn ramen noodles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's easy sometimes with people to give options.
Right.
Especially even if you were broke, you know, because again, I do feel there's a disconnect from me. I know how I grew up, but it's been a long time.
Right.
It's been a long time Poochie ain't known not to have no money.
Right.
My not having money, I might just ain't got went to the ATM machine.
Right.
And I ain't got no cash or whatever. But I ain't been broke in a long time. And there's a disconnect with that when you don't go that way.
Right.
Because, you know, a full stomach, you remember, and you do everything you have to stay a certain way. But when you're not that way for a while, you know, it's just, you know, it ain't the same.
You become complacent. You don't, it's easy to say, oh, don't get a loan, start your business. Like you said, when you have billions of dollars in the bank. And for a lot of small business owners, getting a loan is one of the options. Getting a grant is the best option, but a lot of times you don't have a family member to fall back on who can help you out, who can float you, you know, for a little while. So you have to do things that's necessary in order to make your business, you know, be successful. Also, to keep your family afloat. You know, a lot of us who start small business, we have families to maintain. We have certain things that we have to do in order to make sure our children eat. You know, make sure our wife, you know, eat. Even if the wife has a job, you know, most households are 2-income households. So it's a lot of things we have to do in order to maintain what we already have going on. And the loan may be the only option for that.
Starting a business, I'm talking about a business that actually you're thriving off of. I ain't talking about something, and I'm not knocking it, I'm just being additional. If you got your side thing, you have an anchor being your job, you know, even though you're putting in money into it, it's not the same as that's all you into it. That's probably one of the most frightening damn things you can do. Because when you out there, you ain't got no safety net. It's extremely frightening. To last point, especially when you got things and people that are dependent on you having some success. Like you said, just feeding your family, keeping the lights on, keeping your car, keeping your house and all that stuff. It's extremely frightening. So I understand that, but I hear certain people talk. It's like, okay, do you understand why? And it's easy to give advice to people. Don't do this. Don't get a loan. You can do this. I get it. I get it. But some things you're going to need some kind of capital to get started.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I'm telling you on one point, be patient while you're building it together. But another point, I'm also telling you too, don't say action is action. We can sit here and back and forth. When I first started getting into, I go back to when Lab put in my ear, hey brother, what you think about doing a show, this, that, and that? And I was going, me being an accountant, being my over analytical ass, sitting there trying to figure stuff out. My brother Lawrence, give a shout out to Lawrence Henderson, one of my brothers in the 100 with me. Lawrence said, "Damn D, just pick up your phone and make a video.
Right.
Just do this, just do that." And I was like, dang, I'm thinking about, Steve Harvey. What's my angle?
Production value.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Man, just record something. And then once I started doing that, getting traction and doing that action. Because we know once action starts, we can figure out a lot of other stuff.
Right.
And again, you're going to make some bumps and all that kind of stuff, but you still got to get started. And you trying to wait for everything to be perfect, it ain't going to happen. Now, when I say that with the loans and stuff like that, you got to be realistic what you can do. Because you'll be sitting there trying to save up this, save up that, and after a while, you're like, look, man, I'm only going to go so far with this. I need a little help. I need a little help. And that's why I want to have this conversation, because we start looking at, even in addition to the personal reasons, I want to go over a couple things where people, may be hesitant or afraid to get a loan. A lot of times people just don't want to owe nobody. They don't want to have no debt. Just feel like, okay, it's something, and again, we're not going to go what's right or wrong. We're just going over reasons. People just don't want to owe nobody. Don't want to have any kind of debt. Let's be real. Some folks just don't want to pay no damn body back.
That's what I mean.
They don't want to pay no damn body back. Got no problem with asking, but they just don't want to that on them to pay somebody back, be if they got the capacity to do it or not. Another thing being trauma, past trauma that folks done went through. Stuff they might have ended up homeless, they might have lost their job, lost their family behind it. They grew up in a situation where, dad did a certain business and they ended up being homeless. They lost all kind of stuff, broke the family up, all kind of stuff happened. Those kind of things stick with you. And make that was a lot had to do with my great grandfather. A lot of them didn't really believe in banks, and they kept money in the mattress or up on in Bibles and stuff like that. Cause a lot of them been through that Great Depression era, when all them Freedman Bank shit and all that kind of stuff, and they got bamboozled a lot of their damn money. So they just kept all their money in their house.
Right.
And they just, they ain't really believing it. And their thing about, getting a loan, it was really being apprehensive. But you understand that era.
Right.
Where they came from. And the other one, the last thing I'm just saying, I think this is probably the most prevalent, just a lack of knowledge. People not understanding how loans work. Most of the time, you got a whole lot of people now. Why do you have the explosion of credit repair, credit fixing? Because people want to get a house. People want to get a car. People want to do certain things. And they don't become interested in getting certain things until they get told what? They can't get certain things.
They can't get it. Right.
Why can't I get it? Because your credit score, your debt-to-income ratio, you got this lien from the past and all this kind of stuff. Well, what is that? What is that? So now they want to get, they get knowledgeable about it. But a lot of times they only go so far. Well, look, they said such and such can get this stuff off. You don't know what such and such did.
Right.
You just heard. You see your friend got approved.
Right.
Now remember, your friend is not going to tell you the whole story. Now I'm not going to say people ain't out here fixing folks stuff, but your friend is not going to tell you about a 20% interest rate on their car note.
Okay. Your
friend is not going to tell you that they got a balloon note on their mortgage.
Right.
Your friend is not going to tell you all the bad stuff of what's going on. And because people want things and now they get told they can't have things, that's when they start trying to figure out what things are, what's credit. I was never told this, and I was told that because I always say this. People say we want to taught this in school, we want to taught this at home. Folks can't teach you shit at home that they don't know.
Right.
And at school, we go back again. Me and Lab talk about this all the time. When you were in school, were you receptive to that?
Right.
The kids that were receptive to things that were interested in them, they learned it.
Right.
Be it you like math or whatever like that, if you like science, if you like girls, if whatever, you did it. You got to be realistic at 16, 17, 18 what you were doing because, I mean, I was in the financial service and magnet program at Harper. Shit, I learned it.
Right.
But again, like, you know, most of my buddies, they can give a damn about it. And I'm not tripping, but you got to be realistic where you were. Because how many of us retain, outside of basic arithmetic and reading skills, stuff that we learned in school?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
U.S. history, Georgia history, Georgia culture. You from Georgia, like I say, the 90s, we had to do Georgia history and Georgia culture. You had to learn that, you know, pretty much civics and all that kind of stuff. How many people retain that shit? And I know most people don't retain it because they don't understand how basic government works in regards to voting and how systems are set up, senators, and they don't understand that, you know. Absolutely, but they damn sure went through that class.
Right.
So I say that to say, realistically, would you have retained it anyway? You know what I was thinking about, brother? One of the things, a lot of time, people look at, you know, we're getting that car. And what's one of the first things that kind of throw a lot of people off with their credit? When you go buy your first car. And what's the problem when you go buy your first car? You get a car, a purchase for a vehicle, and while the financing terms of it, you're financing a car for way more than what it's worth.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So what happens? You get a car for $18,000. Once all the financing is together, you got a loan for $28,000. But we being nice. Let's say you get a car for $20,000, and then you got this $40,000 note, right? The problem come up with that is 3-4 years into it, start having problems. You want to get something else, and you go there, and you what? Upside down in your note.
Right.
And you want to get a car, you got the capacity. This the problem. You got the capacity. That being able to pay a certain amount for a loan for that new car you want. You can pay that, plus your credit okay. But you got $10,000, $15,000 still sitting out there.
Right.
And you can't add it, and then you're looking at doing it.
Right.
And you forever get into a cycle of being upside down in the car note. And it happens all the time. And lucky for you guys, you're looking at Mr. Short Dollar.
I'm going to tell you.
You ain't got to get no kind of problem. But that's one of the main things that people don't think about. What caused you to get there? People always say, I didn't know. Because, you look back at it, why the hell you get a car? That car ain't worth that. Why did you do that?
Right.
You know? Like I'm going to say this, and I'll be always straight up with folks. If you my family, you a friend of mine, you're a close family member, you got a financial problem, that's your that's your fault, because you can always come to me for free.
Right.
I'm very adamant about this.
You say that all the time.
You can come to me for free. But I got it, I know it, and I know some of y'all done did some crazy stuff. I don't say nothing, and I ain't know I told you so person.
Right.
But I don't feel bad for you, because you can humble me for free.
You talk to me about that before you even did.
But I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear, because you want that car.
Right.
You want that car. And
First thing I'm going to say is, man, Poochie going to talk me out this Mercedes.
Yeah. You being negative.
Right,
You doing this,
right,
that, and
right.
that. No, I'm a damn financial expert.
You're a Debbie Downer.
Yeah. I want you to ride. Well, you ask me a question. I'm talking straight mathematics.
Right.
I ain't talking about the Bentley, the Benz, the Beamer. I'm not getting into that.
Right.
We talking straight math, depreciating and getting it, doing it. One of the craziest things right now, you go buy your damn new car, because we all know with the chip shortage, new cars are what? Damn near 25%.
Higher.
Or higher.
Right.
So you definitely going in the sun right now. But no, I got to do this and that. Poochie, you don't know. It's math.
I thought, I made the mistake of thinking, well, cars going to have to be cheaper, or they're going to have to be giving out loans to everybody because they didn't sell none last year. But they got that chip shortage to make sure they go up on their prices, right? There's always something to help them out.
Going up on it. And, even like the video we did about the gap insurance. Why not they get included with your loan? Just different things you just don't know. And again, like that whole thing with getting the cars, overextend, that hurts a lot of people. So if you want to go do certain things, you got this car note. It seems like you'll never ever get up under it, and a lot of people get caught in that. And a lot of times you just didn't know. Some of it might just been your, I don't want to use greed, but just your want to get that more than, and it wasn't a good deal for you. And a lot of folks, then they come out of a situation where I don't want to borrow, and then I got to pay this, and they'll go buying certain things and be reluctant to get loans. And I just want to tell people, you do not need to be afraid to get a loan. You do not need to be afraid to get a loan. You need to be very, very, very proficient in learning as much about loans as possible. That's why you check out a video about business funding and business products that we made. You check those out where we explain that. Because see, when we start talking about why you shouldn't be afraid of getting a loan, I'm gonna give you guys a couple reasons. Well, I'm just, be straight up in regards to why you shouldn't. But before I get into those reasons, again, I want to say this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar himself. We are speaking on the Mr. Short Dollar's YouTube channel. We're right now streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. The main platform is the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Over 300 videos on the YouTube channel. We have over 150 videos on the grants playlist, business operation, business funding, business management. Please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can take advantage of all that great information we got. Has anybody been chiming in?
Not yet.
Nobody chiming in?
Got them looking. Watching.
They watching? Okay.
Yeah. They just want to listen.
Maybe, no, it's cool. I got something to say. Tonight's show we're talking about why you're afraid to get a loan. Now, I just thought it'd be more people because people had a lot of questions about we're doing it. But I want to just tell you guys why you shouldn't be afraid to get a loan. And one of the things I'll say this as far as with loans, and again, this is not applicable to everybody, but I'm just be straight. We're gonna be straight up. We family. We're gonna be honest with each other. A lot of times, you don't need to really worry about it because trouble usually, happen to you when you got ulterior motives. If your priorities off, you ain't really got too much to worry about when we talk about a loan. And what I mean by that is, you got other motives. You overbuying. You didn't budget or plan. That's usually what happened.
Okay.
You sit there, when you go into a car dealership, what's the first thing they ask you? How much you want to pay up month?
Right. How much you want to pay?
Shit. Okay, I can pay $400.
Right.
They will go mathematically put the 4 in there and extend it over a certain term. Well, you get in a car, your car was selling for 18, but now they done spread it so your payment could be so low over a certain period of time and a rate, you gonna end up paying damn near double that in your car note. Right. I mean, over the life of the loan. That you did that because you lack of knowledge, you didn't know, and but that go back to what? Did you prepare? Right. I understand everybody don't understand finance. I get it. I understand, but you have to be. You got what we say, like, do your due diligence.
Due diligence.
Equip yourself to find out.
But a lot of times cars are impulse purchases, don't you think?
Yeah, I think
not gonna be no due diligence done when you impulse buy on a car.
Cars, furniture, and houses,
all of them.
Okay. Even we start talking about getting these business loans, and that when a person let's keep it real. When people saying, okay, man, they talking about they can give me $150,000. You have people adjusting or going back amending tax returns to show they made more money to get a certain loan, getting a damn tax liability from the IRS to get a certain amount of money, not understanding that you getting a loan, but look at the cost you got.
Right.
And that the shit don't. I mean, it don't add up.
Right.
And now you sitting there like, what in the hell is going on? And because you really don't have a plan for that. You just, okay, I got access to do. I have the ability to get this money they're going to give to me. You're not looking big picture-wise. Will this work out for me?
Okay.
Because it's one thing to aspire to do something. It's another thing you got an opportunity to get something, right? I tell you, Lab, hey, man, you can get this car. It's selling for $50,000, $60,000. Like, damn, I can't afford it. I got too much. But Lab, what can you do? Oh, we can get to $150 a month.
Right.
Oh, you want this business loan? Oh, we'll be able to get to you at these certain terms, but the big in the big picture, it's not a good deal for you. And you don't have to have bad ulterior motives. It's just sometimes it's like that's just not a good thing for you. I remember one of my mentors, Willie Paul, took me to a car dealership when I first got out of the Army. I wasn't really versed with buying. I had already bought my cars, right? Just cash money, spend a couple grand on a car. So he took me to the buy here, pay here lot. Didn't have bad credit. I just was, ignorant to it. Didn't know what was going on. But I knew then, like, it was like a nice little Cadillac DeVille. I mean, real girl getter. Nice, man. Woo! You just, sometimes it's fresh out of arm. You just see,
Right.
You got your girl. She, her combo. Right. She got her girls in the back.
Right.
Y'all bumping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen it. I seen it, like.
Your eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. But I knew then, like, man, the note, the insurance, my ass, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like, damn, young blood, I ain't think too many people did it because they go in there, they can make it work, and I couldn't. I wasn't gonna move on it. But I was just like, nah, that ain't gonna work. Hell, we making $9 an hour at this damn job.
Right.
Shit, I just be working for this damn car. and
not the car.
And keep in mind that's when I really didn't even understand the whole thing of the buy here, pay here. Like, really, a lot of times you go there, you can do it on buying somebody else's damn worry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
They just shine it up for you, pressure wash the engine down.
Man. Oh, yeah.
Make it look good for you. Denise Burden says she is trying to learn about getting loans for her kids' business.
Okay, well, cool. What I would advise you to do, check out the Finance 101. Both of those videos we just put out last week. With getting it. The best thing I did, like, get some kind of coaching. I talk about certain things we can do at the end of the show, but definitely with doing it, whatever business that they're looking to get or getting financing, get as much information about the business as possible. Because again, once you go down that road, you borrowing money for this business. I mean, if everything go great, good. If everything go bad, you still stuck with a loan.
Right.
So you got to make sure things can happen. Because like I said,
due diligence.
Yeah, because that stuff is real. Everybody, I see all these videos on TikTok is crazy. Start your business up, get this, that. They telling you tax ID, DUNS number. They don't say a damn thing about get some hustle in you.
Right.
Because you make all these T-shirts and you got this big ass inventory, and you're like, damn, the video, they was selling, making money, huh? I ain't sold one pie.
$5 a day.
Can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it, man. Shit, man. I can tell you. I don't really talk about that damn studio.
See, the problem is people start a business, and don't realize how many people are doing the exact same business. And it could be, people could do the same business. You have to figure out what sets you apart. You have to figure out what's going to set you apart from the rest of them, and how you're going to let people know that you are set apart from the rest of them. And that takes that hustle and that grind. That takes that, what they call that, beating the pavement.
There you go.
You're right.
Understand your competitive advantage. What makes you different? What sets you apart? Because, I mean, competition. I mean, I don't give a damn about other people in business. I always tell folks they ain't poochie.
Right.
Shit, I ain't worried about that,
Right.
I'm going to make some money.
Right.
I just got to figure my angle to make the money.
Right.
Because the way you doing it be totally different. I ain't got to be better.
Right.
I just got to be me.
Right.
So a lot of times people don't look at it. Well, I see them. What is everybody doing now? So what is everybody doing now, Lab? They're selling. We got the online stores. They're selling their wax. They're selling their weave.
T-shirts. This business here in their radio.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people doing this. Hundreds.
Podcasting done went crazy.
Right. I mean, and people don't do due diligence for it because they'll start a podcast up and they don't realize, like I do due diligence. I check on this stuff just about every other day. That a lot of these podcast places is not accepting new shows. It's too many of them.
People starting podcasts with really no damn purpose.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if you just want to sit there and chop it up and share stuff, great. But at the flip side, you're like, damn, I want to make some money. I heard you can make this. This YouTube, you go on YouTube, like, brother, 1,000 subscribers, and then the other behemoth, 4,000 watch hours. Shit. Have fun.
Right.
Have fun. You get 4,000 watch hours, you have went through the ringer.
Right.
What is it, the gauntlet? You done went through the gauntlet. Get your ass 4,000 watch hours.
Right.
Huh? In a year.
In a year.
In a year. Get 4,000 watch hours, huh? And you come talk to me, man. You want to make some money on YouTube?
Right.
You gonna earn that money. You gonna earn it to get the ability to make money.
Right.
And those kind of things because it's easy to do. They say get just 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Who the hell, huh?
Right.
And if you ain't dropping no hour-long videos, huh?
Right.
Man, hey, it ain't that.
You don't see the due diligence. You don't realize how long an hour video is.
That's why it's so important. If you are interested in getting a tax preparation business, I really want you guys to look into that course because the course I'm breaking down, giving you my system. Because it's one thing to go get your tax software, get all your numbers and get your IDs and stuff like that, but you got to get customers. And them people that you know, because at the end of the day, you can't be doing no tax for damn $100, and you don't spend a couple $1,000s on damn software. Mm-hmm. You'll just spend the whole tax season just to pay the software back off. Mm-hmm. And then now you got to get through the whole hurdle. How you gonna market it? How you gonna do this? All that stuff is real.
Right.
But you seen such and such making money doing taxes, but they were doing it, the jackleg way, mm-hmm. And they were, lying and stuff. But once you start getting your identification number and it's tracking, you can't play and put no fraud now because again now. They coming back to both of y'all. It ain't the same.
Right.
It ain't the same. And so many people will look at you and see you being successful. And when you're very successful, it look easy. But it ain't easy. You just bad.
Right.
That DJ Lab right there. Huh?
Right.
No, you can't make that up. And so those one of the things, the first one I was just saying, a lot of time when your priorities off, that can cause problems. The second thing I want to address is that when you get a loan, and we talk about reasons why you shouldn't be afraid to get a loan. The first one was a lot of times your priorities off, and you got proper planning, you'll be okay. The second one, this is very important, guys. I want you guys to listen to me. You can acquire more with less. What I mean by that is, I say it all the time. My undergrad is in finance. We know cash is king, and once cash is gone, it's gone. And when you sitting there putting all your money out on certain things and the money is gone, you can't do nothing but wait till you get what? More money. Right. And that is very, very, very difficult. And paying notes on something gives you the ability to hold your cash to do other things, handle emergencies, and just thrive and grow with certain situations. Right. It still go back to what we said initially at first, being able to plan. If I turn around and say I go save my money up and I go buy a truck, straight cash, $50,000. I spent $50,000 on my truck. Now I'm talking about I'm trying to get these loads, I'm running, whatever. We know with a truck, it's not if something breaks down, it's what? When it breaks down. And when it breaks down, now I got to pay a couple $1,000s on repairs. Then I got to do some fuel. Then I got to pay somebody that's driving it if I'm not driving it. And now your cash gone. And now you trying to tell this man to drive in your truck, well, wait till I get the invoice paid, which might be whenever. No. If we have access to capital, it doesn't have to be a loan. Remember, that's why I want you guys to check out that Business 101. You got business lines of credit where you have access to it, where you can just spend a portion. You got a $100,000 line of credit, and you got to spend $3,000. Mm-hmm. You still got $97,000 added to the disposal that you're not paying interest on. You're only paying interest payments on the $3,000 you borrowed. So now you can cover that kind of stuff. We have access to do it. Instead of you coming out all your money at $3,000, and then something else happened, you still come out all your cash. That is so damn dangerous. My cleaning business, that was one of the biggest things that hurt me. I would sit there and I was going off cash, rolling. I had lines of credit, and they, when the market crashed, they took that too.
Right.
But one of the things about when you're going from cash to cash, it is so dangerous because when things happen, you're not prepared. But if you sitting there, if you done borrow, if you use that line of credit, $3,000 making the payments, 1 month $150, another month $150 or whatever, and then you get all the money, you can just pay that, $2,000-$3,000 off.
Right.
But you still got what? Your money in the bank.
Okay.
When cash is gone, cash is gone. If you don't understand these concepts, again, I'll give you guys an opportunity. You can book an appointment where I can discuss this to you. But it is super dangerous when you're in business, you're using your own cash.
Okay.
It is super dangerous. Now, again, if you're Donald Trump, and again, keep in mind, the reason why Trump is a billionaire because he got billions of dollars in assets. He's been one of the masters of leveraging out bank relationships and getting things financed, especially coming out of bankruptcy. Good book I keep telling everybody to read. Read Art of the Deal. You learn this kind of information, you figure it out. But I'm just saying you're able to leverage out what we learned about Leveraging is just giving yourself to be able to double your capacity to be able to do it. If I got a $200,000 loan, I got 200 in the bank. I got what? $400,000.
And I learned that from being in real estate, from managing shopping centers. I had a guy who had several shopping centers. You know, was a billionaire at one point before the real estate market crashed. But what he would do was he would build one shopping center and go to the bank and say, I got this shopping center, it's worth $200 million. The bank will give him $200 million on that shopping center, and then he would use that $200 million to build another shopping center.
Yeah.
Then he would take that shopping center that he just borrowed $200 million on, go to the bank and say, hey, I got this other shopping center, it's worth $400 million. Get the $400 million from that bank, pay off the $200 million from another bank, and then go take that and build another shopping center. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
but he
wow.
never spent his own money.
Yeah.
And he has a cattle business where he's making $5, $6, $7 million a month selling cattle, Angus beef. He never used that. He never used his money. He always borrowed money from the bank to build other shopping centers and leverage the shopping centers he already had built to get those loans.
And the other part about what Lab even saying with the shopping center, the whole while he leveraging that to make the acquisition, he's still making cash flow on the rental payments the whole time.
Right.
And those are the kind of things where we look at understanding business concepts and understand, capital asset pricing and all that kind of business leveraging, how to be able to leverage certain things out. But when you just go into, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, you're able to do so much more with other folks' money. The fear that you have about losing and having to pay somebody back, shit, I'll be more afraid. If you ain't afraid to go out here and go get the money, you shouldn't be afraid of doing that.
Right.
Now, again, when we start talking about you got these anchors of doing that and stuff like that, you only going to go so far. We hear the stories, oh, man, this brother, they started this business that was selling these particular cakes and they grew up. I get it.
Right.
But that's not the norm. You can do a lot more when you're leveraging certain things out. And believe you me, I'd rather be in a position where I can only pay a couple $100 a month to have an asset that's generating me thousands of dollars a month, and I'm making my money off that.
Right.
But you have to have the right plan and the right concepts. When you start getting all kind of things you don't need, then you put yourself in a position where you're putting out more a month than what you on assets that can't generate you more money than you putting out. That's when you're gonna have problems. Greed make you do that. Ignorance make you do that. And I'm like I say, ignorance is just not knowing, but you're in control of you acquiring the information to do that. But being able to have the leverage and capacity to do that, that's what you need to do. I was looking. It was today, matter of fact, on Instagram was a video they were interviewing Akon.
Okay.
And Akon was saying that he has a 10% rule. Now keep in mind, I know the man got money, but this shit here was like totally like, no, that was a straight person with money advice. Okay. He said he had a 10% rule. And what he said, don't acquire anything that isn't the asset. You should only spend 10%. Whatever you acquire, it should be no more than 10% you already have.
Of your net worth?
Of your net worth. Okay. So he's saying if you get $100,000 house, you should be a millionaire, which I thought was some of the crazy shit in the world.
Okay.
I think if you get that $100,000 house, that puts you in a position to be in a billionaire quicker than doing it. Because if you got $1 million, what the hell you might want a $100,000 house?
Right. $100,000 house, that's starter home.
I say this a lot, man. A lot of these guys that got money or got success, they probably shouldn't be giving out financial information,
they're
advice.
It from their perspective, and they're not getting it from the guy who worked 9 to 5 trying to get out.
Well, hell, even from his damn perspective,
right.
You're not finna sit here and tell me these damn investments and things you're inquiring, you're buying things that are smaller than what you already have. I can't see that.
Right.
I can't see that. Now, I get the whole thing, don't spend your whole damn check on a car.
Right.
Whatever, but again, some things going to have to be leveraged out. And that didn't make any damn sense to me. I understand the logic, but we start talking about doing certain acquisitions, especially revenue generating assets, that being like your rental properties, vending machines, certain businesses or whatever. Those things you're going to have to spend a little money.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're going to be making money for you. You're paying out, but the revenue is generating is going to be more. And also while it's doing that business is growing appreciation. It's getting equity. It's growing in value. So you're getting your balance sheet going up. Also your cash flow running.
Right.
You got to think like that. You gotta think. You can't be narrow-minded uh, with those kind of things. You gotta have a proper vision, proper plan, and we're doing it. The third thing is when we talk about reasons why you shouldn't be afraid to get a loan. You pretty much can pay the loan back, within your own means.
Right.
You can pick the payment amount, the rate, and the terms.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
If you decide to take it.
Right.
If you decide to take it, you can pick that.
Okay.
If it don't work, you don't get it.
Okay.
But you can pick that. You can pick that. That's probably the lost part about all this shit. You can pick it. And you got the decision power if you're gonna take that stuff on or not.
Right.
And
so basically, you're saying if the terms are not favorable to you, you don't have to take a loan. You could walk away.
No.
Okay. Okay.
If they come back to you at the dealer with something that you know not working, you ain't gotta take it.
Right.
You got total control of it.
Right.
They ain't gonna come towards you with a gun. You better take this damn car.
Right. Right.
Now your old lady might be like, look here, man, I'm about tired to take you to work in the morning.
Right.
And look, you got to figure something out. Then she might get tired of you and
you
just
might
say,
not have a choice.
yeah.
Them terms
Your ass going to Uber to work, yeah. But you have all the decision-making power on how you're going to go about everything.
Right.
And I just think that people forget that. That you pick that. You can pick before you close in your house, you know what? The note and everything, right? Before you sign the dotted line for that car, you know everything, right? Any loan you get, you have the decision-making power.
Right.
So why would you be afraid? Why would you be afraid?
Walking away just as easy. You walked in there.
Come on now.
You don't have to take it. Now let me play devil's advocate.
Please do.
Some people may feel that that's the only option that they have, and they have to take it. So they may not feel that they have the decision power on it because they done already been to 5 different people, and the terms weren't favorable at those other 4 places. So other 5 places. So they may feel that this option is the best option I can get, and I really need this loan. So you get what I'm saying. So on devil's advocate, they may not feel that they have the decision power to walk away because they need a loan. The other places that they've been, the terms have not been as favorable as this place. So they may feel that they only have the option to take.
Well, no, you still got the decision. Because again, now, if you don't went to 4 or 5 places and they give you the best term, these just your options.
Right.
But you still got decision-making power. You need it or not, you still got the decision-making power.
Their back might be against the wall, Pooch.
I get that part. Well, that's the deal. Go marry your sugar daddy. Go, don't go do it.
Right.
Because your back against the wall, it ain't a good deal.
Right.
Go on and marry an old girl, and she got that boyfriend. She sit there, all her stuff going crazy. Go on and do it. You're back against the wall.
All right. Hey, is she my sugar mama? I ain't gotta beat the other ones. I just gotta be better than them.
You crazy as hell.
I just gotta make sure I'm number 1.
I'm just saying, when you sit there and all your options are unfavorable,
right,
that's just your reality.
Okay.
But you still have the decision.
Okay.
Decision-making power.
Okay.
Right? And I understand you need it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, it still goes with you. We're talking about why you shouldn't be afraid.
Okay.
Because what we talk about, Lab, when your want is greater than your fear of not doing it, that's when you move.
Okay.
When we talk about going in entrepreneurship,
right,
when you want to leave that job, do that business so damn bad that your fear of failing, your fear of being homeless, losing your family, is less than your want to be in business,
right,
you're going to move.
Okay.
When that fear is greater, you're going to stay at your job and keep it as a side hustle.
Okay.
The decision is still yours.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
That don't change.
Right.
So we start saying, well, I ain't had no other option, this, that, and that. I get it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the option's still yours.
Okay.
And you got to live with that.
Even if the option is bad, it's still your option.
Yeah, it's still your option.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
We've all been, well, look, it was the lesser of 2 evils.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Old girl want to go home from the club. The other one, like, she didn't smell that bad, but this one did. So I just went on, A lot of women be sitting there like, well, This one where actually, I understand he ugly, but he been at the job for a while.
Right.
And everything. Now the fine dude, he just don't want. You got to
You gotta wait.
Yeah,
You gotta make your decision.
Hey, that's
you
life.
still have that power.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Now you gonna be at a family union. Like, how in the hell she married his ugly ass? How the hell? And he's sitting over there eating food, falling out his mouth. I heard he been at Ford about 20 years,
Right.
and all that. Okay, I get it. I understand.
Right.
But you chose the greater two evils. What about that fine dude she was messing with? That
He
joke
can't
there.
keep a
He
job.
wiped out her whole account. Slept with a boss and all. Ran them out.
Right.
He
Right.
ran them out. So, to that point, Lab, we all have options. We all have the option. We in the decision making still be out. That doesn't make anything disappear because it don't work with us. So, that's a good question, but you just have to wait with that. So again, the reason why you shouldn't be afraid, I'm looking at it. You can, if you got proper planning and everything, I don't think you do a good job of trying to have some front end analysis.
Mm-hmm.
You can be prepared for a lot of stuff. The second being you have the leverage and the capacity to do a whole lot more with a whole lot less when you look to do those particular things. And the third one being you got total decision making power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen, guys, and I'm gonna say this, for we in the show. You can't control getting sick. You can't control losing your job, going through a divorce, COVID-19, and all that kind of stuff. And I understand, things happen. But those things can hurt you with what I did.
Mm-hmm.
With what I did.
Mm-hmm.
You can be now alone in the world, money full of bank, and you got to give your ex-wife all this money.
Right.
You can have all this kind of stuff, and now you sit there, you got sick, and you got to go into your savings and pull stuff out. Mm-hmm. Things can happen. So the what ifs you can have, them what ifs can still be bad. Bad is bad.
Right.
Bad is bad.
Right. Right.
So again, those same things can happen. So I don't want you to do it. Proper planning and being disciplined are the keys to not being overwhelmed with debt. If you can plan, be disciplined, you're gonna be overwhelmed with it. Just because you have access to something, don't mean it's for you.
Right.
Just because you have the ability to acquire something does not mean it's the best option for you at that particular point in time.
Right.
People need to know that. Listen, guys, I'm an accountant and consultant, by profession. If you guys want to, have any information about, acquiring financing, not necessarily I give you a loan, but actually how to analyze and break down, how to figure out certain things between break-even analysis, capital asset financing, how, what you need to be looking for financially to be able to get loans, to be able to provide the bank. Book an appointment. Book an appointment. I got all my booking. You can go to my company website, Majestic Business Services, with www.majesticbiz.com. All links are in the description section of the video. Book an appointment. Book an appointment. I can go through and explain everything to you. Do not book a 10-minute free session with an hour or 30-minute question.
Right.
Because, got no problem telling you. You need
Right.
gotta, what Deion say, pay the man.
Right.
But definitely better steer you in the right direction with doing it. But, before we talk about booking an appointment, got over 300 videos on the channel. I'm pretty sure you spend some time doing it and being patient. That's what a lot of folks don't want to sit here and wait on with doing it.
Right.
But if you be patient, I think that even though it'll go slower, you have a lot less bumps in the road when you plan your stuff out and do it, say quote unquote the right way. But please, 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 please take your time. Don't be afraid of doing certain things.
Right.
If being successful was easy, hell, everybody do it.
I know that's right.
So, be okay with things not going as fast. Be okay with some bumps in the road and all that stuff. Man, like I said, I'm living proof of that. I done had my highs, my lows. I done had my gains, and I had my losses. And I just tell you that at the end of the day, as long as you keep fighting, things work out. You're going to take a couple steps forward, a couple steps backwards and everything. But if you keep fighting, you'll be further ahead than you would be if you were just making rush moves.
Right.
Rush moves going to get you rush move results in the grand scheme of things, okay?
Right.
Again, I'm Deonte Burden. I appreciate you guys tuning into the Dollar Hour tonight where we're talking about why you're afraid to get a loan. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Also, everybody stream, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube tonight. From the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you guys I love you and I appreciate all the love and support. Be on the lookout for how to start your own tax business course. Make sure, guys, we want to try to get to 19,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anything? The floor's wide open right now.
Only thing is Denise Burns said that they were doing good. She just can't keep the inventory on hand when people need it. That's why she was trying to get a loan. She's gonna subscribe to your channel, so she's trying to get a loan for inventory.
Well, see, even if you get a loan for inventory, you need to understand what we start talking about in the accounting and finance word, asset turnover ratios. You know, those different things in regards to how to, inventory control ratio. Know and understand the proper way to forecast and plan to have enough inventory on hand to meet supply and demand concerns. A lot of the times we'll get in, we have nifty shirts, but we don't understand the relationship between the demand we have, how much we need to have on hand, the proper number to have on hand, so you're able to fulfill your orders, but also don't be over inventory.
Right,
you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a concept.
Balance.
Huh?
That's a delicate balance.
That's a delicate balance. But that's why you book an appointment with Mr. Short Dollar, so I can tell you how to do that,
How to even that out over, and Mr. Short Dollar show you how to even that out thing. Now, I'm just speaking out of turn, but I'm going to assume, since he's supply chain and accountant by profession, that he's going to show you how to even that thing out over the year, so you have just enough inventory with the ups and downs.
Hey, MBA in supply chain management.
That's right. My bad.
Our
MBAs are important. Yes,
Yeah.
I would say the same thing. Somebody said, "Well, you just got a business administrator." No, I got an MBA.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well,
we have MBAs up in here.
Yeah, we got to respect them alphabets.
That's right.
But definitely, like I say, even with doing that, but feel free. But definitely, what I would say, look at some of the videos and stuff. But that's a delicate process, because when you're actually doing things, or you're doing online and retail merchant, inventory concerns, and make sure you have those kind of things where they're rolling out, knowing how that turnover goes, because in the grand scheme of things, you be done spend so much money in inventory and not fulfilling. If you're not producing fast enough, now you're losing customers. Because now if somebody like your product, they might be reluctant to make a bigger order or come back because it takes too damn long to get their order.
Right.
So now you're gonna have retention, referrals, or you're just gonna have people that be reneging and not want to come back to do business with you. All those things come to play. You need to be kind of abreast with that. So definitely, Denise Burns. Check out the videos. You need any help, go next level. Just book an appointment. Reach out.
She said she's gonna book one soon.
Okay, cool,
Thank
cool.
you.
No, cool. Now I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody else tuned in. Any other questions?
No question.
Well, listen, guys. I hope that information helped you guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Been an awesome, fun show tonight. Love you guys. Make sure you be on the lookout for the course coming out. Also, make sure you continue to tell your family, friends, subscribe to the channel, check out all the great information. Got some. Also, real quick, I got those grant opportunities. Even what I said with the grants, I got the $10,000 grant for female entrepreneurs. Also got the $25,000 grant for female entrepreneurs. I got a $10,000 grant for entrepreneurs. Period. Those both expire. One expires in the middle of November. One expires at the end of November. Then I got some more coming down the pipe. Listen, guys, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. And remember, guys, if you have a lot of these grants are asking you to kind of, explain why you should get the money and why, whatever you do. If you have any kind of challenge of descriptive writing, go to the YouTube channel. You'll see the link for the Fiverr on there. Hit that link. Don't just Google Fiverr. Hit that link in the description section. Go to Fiverr, get you a business writer, a creative writer, grant writer. You can send them exactly the grant opportunity. You can tell them what you're trying to do, and they can put it in a selling way to help you get approved for the grant. Come on now. I got all the answers for you, baby. Come on now. I'm telling you what to do, but make sure you hit that link in my description section of the videos, okay? Listen, guys, I love you guys. Best of luck with everything. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourself and be safe. Talk to you soon.